22 years after the military invasion of Odi town in Bayelsa State, our correspondent Joseph Kunde pays a visit to the town to see how much of recovery has taken place.
Odi is one of the largest towns in the Kolokoma-Pokoma Council area of present-day Bayelsa State, currently with a population of 15,000 that used to be known for its social status. Although once known for being vocal in the agitations for resource control, it cannot put behind the military invasion of 1999. Before the massacre, 12 policemen were murdered by a gang near Odi, 7 on the 4th and the remainder in the following days. In retaliation, the military decided to invade the town.
Prior to this invasion, I was invited by the then Commissioner of Police. I went there and he told me that my youths were holding 12 of his policemen captive. And so he needed me to release them. And so I went to take the policeman to Odi and I saw the youths. Well armed, very angry. Unfortunately, somehow, the policemen were killed. And of course, the understanding was that it was not just Odi people, because then when we came on board, there was a place called Black Market in Bayelsa State. So when those people were dislodged, they all went to Odi and caused this havoc. It was not Odi people per se. And the military men invaded Odi. They went for a full-scale war.
The first come reach this town, this size. Everybody don't run because the army people don't come. They come the warriors. Small time they don't come. Now what's the again now? Say when I don't keep Biafra shows us from my house. Oh yeah. Come. Then 2 warriors, so the warriors walk well. Don't let us rest. Not fit chop, not fit breathe as the warriors.
22 years after, we returned to Odi. Although life has returned, commerce and infrastructure are still poor compared to what they used to be. Despite still being in ruins, one building that still caught the eye is the 15-bedroom mansion that was torched during the invasion. Aaron Leonard is the grandson of the owner of this building. He talks us through its importance.
This building, when it was built, and even till now, I think is the largest structure of this nature in this whole area. In fact, it was the biggest, at its time, was the biggest building. It was a landmark. You know, when you want to talk about Odi town, then it was difficult to talk about Odi town without talking about the Keeper's mansion. The sad part about the structure came in 1999, where the invasion of the soldiers took place.
Every building in the town except the bank, the Anglican church, and the health center were burned to the ground.
That's why all them burn finished from here to burn finish. We can't reach this time. Be like said, nah, a person not there for the town. The people who died, there plenty, but I not go fit remember them again because that time I did young. I did for young. Not because I don't hold like this.
I was told that canisters were thrown in to burn the place and it didn't burn up. And they came in, gathered all the furniture together and burnt everything. So you can imagine the kind of fissures, the kind of furniture that was there, the kind of antiques, because being someone who is in the Marines and his children were also in the military, this was like where they kept most of the things. So this was like a family museum, if you want to call it that. So you can imagine everything burnt.
A wide range of estimates has been given for the number of civilians killed. The government initially pegged it at 43, including 8 soldiers, while some reports said 2,500 civilians were killed. In February 2013, the Federal High Court in Port Harcourt ordered the federal government to pay 37.6 billion naira compensation to the people. But the case led to the payment of 15 billion naira as out-of-court settlement.
The compensation that came from our former president, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, he actually tried in terms of what was provided financially. So along the line, the money was now shared with those committee members, which did not augur well with the town. I will not say it was properly done, but that adverse effect is still telling on the people.
What needs to be done now is for everyone to forgive each other, for OD people to forgive, put on a new start afresh, forgive everyone, and let's come together, government, OD people come together, and let's see how we can rebuild this town and bring back the lost glory and restore OD back.
Most notable in present-day OD is the Federal Government College and the Bao Resources Development Center. The East-West Road and the River Non are the boundaries of the OD town. The bank of the river could be utilized as a tourist attraction as the town seeks to be reborn 22 years after the invasion. Joseph Kunde, TVC News, OD.